Hey everyone, welcome back to Tech for Teens. My name is Alan, and I'll be your instructor for today's video. So, to start off, the topic of today will be styling more complex objects. To begin, let's start by opening up Khan Academy. You're going to click on Explore in the top left, and you're going to go down until you see Computer Programming here. Once you click on this, you're going to scroll down until you see New Web Page. This is what you're going to click on. So to start off, we're going to learn about styling borders. So let's say you have a header here. Let's put my name is Alan. So let's say I want to put a border around this text just to make it look cooler. So I'm going to go above the element here. I'm going to open up a tag and I'll put style. I'm then going to close the tag and make some space. So to create the border, you're first going to want to write the name of the element you're creating the border around. So here I have H1. So in between here, I'm going to type H1. I'm going to open a bracket. Once I do that, to create the border, I'll just simply type in border here. And then I'll put a semicolon. So the first step after this is to create the size of your border. So to type in a size, let's say I want 5 pixels. After you type in the size, which you can adjust later, you want to type in solid and then any color you want. So let's say I want blue. Okay, so as you can see here, if I increase the size, the border will increase, get thicker or smaller. Say I'll keep it at 5. And this solid that you see here, this does not contribute to the color. It's more of the style of the border. So there are a couple options you have here. You have solid, and if I change this to dashed, you can see the border has now dashed. I can do dotted, and another option is double, which will create a double line around. So I like the dotted border. Keep it like that. So now there are more attributes that you can add to your border. So one of these includes padding. If I put in a semicolon after typing that in, and I'll just input any size I want because it's adjustable. And so I'll type in 5 pixels. Now let's see what padding does. If I increase it, it'll increase the height of the box. So that's how you customize that. Say I want it 5. Let's keep it there. Another aspect you have is margin. Now once again, just type in any size. Go 5 pixels. Now let's see what happens when I change this. So I'm gonna increase it. As you can see, it gets smaller and the box goes more towards the middle. As you decrease it, it goes back to how it was. So that's kind of what the margin does. Now, say you want to add a background inside your box. So once again, in between these two brackets, type in background, open or semicolon, and then let's say I want yellow. All I have to do is simply type in yellow and you can see the background is there. Now, what if I wanted red? Just type in red and there you go. So I'll keep it yellow. So now I'm going to add on to this text and I'm going to put in paragraph element here. Now let's say I put I like to sleep. Then I'll close the tag. So let's say I want to change the border so that's only around the sentence my name is Alan up here. So to do that, there's going to be a couple of changes. So to start off, you're going to want to add a division tag, which I've mentioned previously, and this will separate your header from your paragraph or these two sentences. So to start off, I'm going to type in or open up a tag, type in div I'm going to close the tag. And I'm going to do it at the end of the sentence that I want inside my border. So I'll open a tag /div. Now, as you can see, nothing has changed yet. That's because we have some more steps to do. So instead of having an H1 here, we're going to custom label it so that it'll match with this sentence here. So you could put it in any label you want, but before you do that, you have to put in a period or a dot, and then you type in the label you want for your sentence. So let's just put name to simplify it. Now inside this division tag here, you want to put a space, type in class equals quotation marks, and then you're going to put in whatever label you put here. So I'll type in name inside the quotation marks. And now, as you can see, the border only goes around the sentence, my name is Alan, which is just how I wanted it. So let's say I wanted another border for I like to sleep. So we're going to repeat the same steps. So I'm going to go out. I have to create a new set of brackets. But first, let's create a division tag. So in between the paragraph, do div class equals up to quotation mark. Let's say I want to label it hobby. And then I'll have to close the tag here. And then end the tag, so /div. There. Okay, so now we can use the same style element, but we have to go outside of the bracket and create a new one. So put in dot. I labeled it hobby, so I'll type in hobby here. And then I'll open a new set of brackets. And I'll repeat all of these steps here. So go down, type in border. Then let's say I want this one to be a little bit bigger, so I'll do 8 pixels. And let's say I want this one double line, so I'll put in double, and then red. Okay. Now, I'm going to close the bracket here. Now you can see that we have two different borders. Now let's customize the border further. I'll type in a padding, semicolon, say 10 pixels this time. Make it a little bit bigger. Do margin. And then let's say I want it 8 pixels. Start off. And I'll put it right there. So that's how we can customize borders. Okay, so let's say you want to add an even cooler background. So I'm gonna create a new space. In between the same brackets, I'll start by typing off background. Put semicolon. Then instead of putting color, I'm gonna type in linear dash gradient. I'm gonna open up a parentheses. And if you don't know, gradient will sort of fade the color. So let's say I want the color to fade to the right. I'll type in 2, then right, comma. I'll put the first color I want. Let's say I want red. And then I want the comma, and I'll put the color I want it to fade into. So I can type in yellow, let's say. And as you can see, now I have a gradient. It fades from red to yellow, as you can see, because I put right. If I typed in left, it would do it the opposite way. So now that you know how to use borders, we can even use them on elements like buttons. So start off, I'll create a tag, put button, close it, and let's just put click here. So to start off, it'll be like usual. Go above, open a tag, type in style, close the tag, create some space. Oh, but first, don't forget to add in your division tag. So I'll put a div here. close the division tag here. And remember, we want to label it, so I'll type in class equals quotation mark, and let's just put button. So now in between my style elements, I'll start off by putting my label, so dot. I put button here, so I'll put button here. Open a bracket, and then now let's say, or I'll type in border to create my border around it. Put my size 5px, solid blue again, I guess. As you can see, created a border around the button I have here. It's functional. And let's say I want it dashed this time. Oh, see, it does that. I can do padding once again. Say 10. See, it made it a little bit bigger. Here. Now you can do margin. Oops. Say 40 px. And just like that, I could customize the button. I can do a background. Do a simple background. Let's do red. And then you can see that I can do the linear gradients. Parentheses, red, blue, let's say. Just like that, I have a gradient now. And that's pretty much what you can do with borders. Now I encourage you to mess around, and you can even Google more elements, or look down here, or CSS properties to help customize your borders and make it look even better. So that'll be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed and learned a couple things.